Welcome back, everybody. So today I just want to have a quick side-by-side on the first two batches in my Milkshake IPA series. Now I have done a standalone review for both that I'll put up in a card. I would suggest going and checking those out because I'm really not going to talk about grain bills. We're just going to talk about these two. Then that is about it. So the one on my left is the standard one. The one on my right is the same version but with blueberries. 2 pounds of blueberries added, 10 minutes left in the boil. They were pureed and then I dumped them in there. Now the first thing that stands out is obviously the color. Again, we picked the blueberries, we froze them, or I shouldn't say we pick them, we bought them from somebody that picked them. We froze them in the summer. Then when it was time, I got 2 pounds out. I let them thaw on brew day. I pureed them, put them in there. But the one on my left, the standard version, I think it's oxidized, at least the color. I think it should be lighter than that. It shouldn't be that dark of an orange color. But we'll have to wait on a couple more batches. I just believe with the grains that were used, I would say I can tell you the Honey Malt is a 25 SRM, and that's the darkest one, and I don't think it would push it to a color like that. It's more dark orange in color. It doesn't look like the Beersmith picture, but it does have a head where the blueberry one doesn't. Now, is that from the acids in the blueberry? Is it from something in the blueberry? I would have to think so. It could be carbonation. It tasted like it was carbonated, just like the standard version, but it could be a little undercarbonated. Now, I did have more hiss come out of the standard version bottle than I did the blueberry version. For this, I'm looking over here because I've got the bottles over here. The standard version is 6.53%, and then the blueberry version came in at 5.73%. Now, I thought that was kind of weird. I actually thought the blueberry version would be higher in alcohol just from the added sugar that the yeast could eat. Because again, these are both the same grain bills, but I thought the additional sugar from the blueberries would drive the blueberry milkshake higher in ABV, but it didn't. Now, when we get to the taste, we'll kind of talk about that. Maybe it didn't attenuate all the way. Maybe I needed to put the blueberries in longer to kill anything that was in them. I mean, they were froze for, 4 or 5 months? But you never know. So they're both hazy, which I think they're going to be. All that protein and plus on top of the omega 011 yeast, it's going to keep all that stuff in suspension. Plus maybe some of the hops that we're using could also help out like that. With that, let's go ahead and smell and see if we can see any differences. I mean, I know one has blueberries and one doesn't, so we should be able to smell, but let's just see what we can get. Kind of a sweet, juicy fruit. Yeah, a sweeter, juicy fruit. I think I get more berry sweetness, berry almost vanilla sweetness. There is a touch of sour in there. Yeah, I definitely, smelling them back and forth like that, out of the blueberry one, I am picking up more sweet vanilla berry than anything in there. Even going back and forth, if I smell the blueberry one first, it like cuts out everything that's in the standard version. But that standard version has that sweeter, juicy fruit that you would look for in, say, a juicy fruit New England IPA. There is some vanilla. I'm picking it up now. I do get some vanilla, so maybe it just had to warm up just a little bit. But yeah, juicy fruit, then like a vanilla berry with a touch of tartness in there. Let's go ahead and taste. Yeah. Uh, I get that a little juicy fruit up front. A little sweet juicy fruit, not very much. Not as much as you get in the smell. At the middle of the palate, it's like all bitterness, like hop, burn, bitterness, like way too young or maybe way over hopped, and it goes all the way down into the aftertaste and it stays there. It's too much. I hope that settles down. I don't know because these have been bottle conditioning for 30 days, so I don't know why that's still there. There is a lot of hops in there. Because you're talking just in the last dry hop, and again, 1.25 gallons, you're using 96 ounces, 0.96 ounces, so almost a full ounce. Then, so say 2 ounces. So if this is a gallon, and say we're using two, so if you so that's almost 10 ounces of hops in a 5 gallon batch. In the dry hop, I think that's pushing it. I think that, but I haven't made a 5 gallon batch with that many hops in the dry hop. But let's go ahead and taste the blueberry. Seems like the blueberry is smoother. I get a little bit of that vanilla, but there's this like sourness in the middle. Like almost like a sour IPA. Something like that. Like my brain's saying, at least because I know it's a milkshake IPA, that sourness probably shouldn't be there. It's so weird, that sourness. I can't I can't tell if it's infected or if that's what it would be. I don't know. Um, I said this in one of the videos. I actually haven't made a beer in 10 or 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks probably, because I wanted to make more of these and go further with them. But I wanted to get some tastes in before I made more. And I think with both of these, I don't think there's enough lactose. Now, I'm pretty sure I took a 5 gallon batch and scaled it down. And from the first batch, what it wanted was three 3.8 ounces of lactose. And I was like, man, that's low. Let's just go with 5 ounces. And I think it needs more. I probably would go up to 8, do like half a pound, and just see what that did. But the hard part is it takes 40-ish days to do that. Because I want to make like a cherry version, a mango version, a strawberry version, but I want to get the base correct first. So when I add that fruit, that I know, what it should taste like. Okay, now this is what the fruits are doing to it. I don't think the Sabro comes out. I think I would cut it out. Maybe all that other stuff, or I need to put it in the dry hop. I probably need to put it in the dry hop. Because what I was going for is more of a vanilla coconut, like a vanilla berry coconut, something like that with the mosaic. And I don't think it's there. I think the other hops at Citra is really pushing through. Maybe the Dorado is doing it. The Ekuanot could be doing it too. See, so many things to change, but your Citra Mosaic in the dry hopping. But which one of these do I like best? I would have to go with beer 1 because I'm not sure about the blueberry beer. I've got plenty of blueberries. I can make another batch. I think I'll wait until the next tasting of this to make some more of these. I think I'll just make a couple batches here coming up soon, but I'll hold off. I say that, but I'm already thinking, let's just go ahead and try some more. But yeah, I think they're good. I would definitely drink the standard milkshake over the blueberry. Would I make it again? No. I would go change it, add more lactose. I want some more vanilla. I want it to be a milkshake. And right now, I don't think that's it. For the smell, for that juicy fruit, I think that's there. But it needs more vanilla, and the bitterness is too much. And maybe just cut out that last dry hop addition. So yeah, let me know if you have any comments below what I should do to this to change it up. If you enjoyed this video, check some more out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.